Hello, thank you for joining me. Hi, welcome to the very first Lunch and Learn. My name is Kim Crane. Um, a little history about me. I am 52 years old, a wife, a mother, a grandmother, and I'm also certified as a holistic nutritionist and a health coach. Um, One of the things that got me started was just being sick and tired of being sick and tired. For years, I suffered with hypothyroidism, and it just never seemed that my endocrinologist could ever get my medication straightened out. I mean, this went on for 15 years, and I don't really think that the doctors today look at the whole picture. They look at, one certain area of our bodies and not, that everything goes together. And one of the things that I have learned in the last 2.5 years is that you don't have to be a diabetic to have blood sugar problems. Our blood sugars fluctuate throughout the day. And when this happens, when your blood sugar gets too high or gets too low, your body releases chemicals called cytokines that starts the inflammatory process in the body. These cytokines are like a domino effect that is difficult to stop and can lead to autoimmune conditions. One autoimmune condition triggered by this inflammatory effect is hypothyroidism. Things, that you might notice, like if you have hypothyroidism is, memory problems, belly fat issues, being overweight and really struggling to take that weight off. I mean, I suffered with hypothyroidism for 15 years and it just never seemed like I could lose the weight. I was constantly fatigued, hair falling out, just so many different things. And when you find a doctor or a more natural way of looking at things, you realize that, our whole bodies, they work together in conjunction. So with that being said, a few symptoms of when your glucose or blood sugar is not properly regulated are poor memory, you're forgetful, you're fatigued after meals, increased thirst and appetite, you have difficulty sleeping. I know a lot of people with thyroid conditions constantly complain about insomnia. Your waist is larger than your hips. You feel shaky, jittery, tremors. You suffer with blurred vision. You depend on coffee to get yourself going. This was a huge problem of mine. I would take my Thyroid in the morning, and then it would require about a pot of coffee to get going. You're lightheaded if you miss a meal. You crave sweets during the day. You're agitated or easily upset, nervous. You wake up nauseated. I mean, those are just a few of, the blood sugar problems that you may be having that your doctor is putting off on something else. So how does your blood sugar impact your thyroid? Well, blood sugar and adrenal problems go hand in hand. And if you have one, you're going to have the other. This negatively impacts your liver, anterior pituitary, gut, heart, and the hippocampus in your brain. Remember that our inactive form of thyroid hormone, T4, gets converted to the active form, T3, in the peripheral tissues, most notably in your liver and gut. Fluctuations in the blood sugar drastically affect the thyroid gland's functions in many ways. When blood sugar is off, you start to get some or all of the low thyroid symptoms, such as fatigue, weight gain, depression, constipation, hair falls out easily, dry skin, poor circulation, and numbness in the hands and feet. Morning headaches that often wear off as the day progresses. Another sign is if those headaches do not wear off during the day and, become, a migraine. Several, with those blood sugar imbalances, you also have those migraines and things. Diabetes is becoming so prevalent in the United States that authorities are predicting that it may bankrupt the healthcare system. Those with medical histories of thyroid problems continue to suffer because no one ever looked at the whole picture. And looking at the whole picture, you'll see where nutritional deficiencies, blood sugar imbalances, there's several things that affect your thyroid health. Tomorrow I'm going to cover how magnesium is so important for your thyroid health as well. This is something that's very near and dear to my heart because, like I mentioned earlier, I did suffer with it for 15 years. And, one of the first things I noticed when I started looking at a more natural way of healing was, you're just finding more natural ways to heal. I wasn't, finding the satisfaction I needed with my doctors, and started realizing that my body was deficient in several different things: B vitamins, magnesium, there was blood sugar imbalances, so many different things. So if you got value off of this today, please send me a little message or comment below. I'd love to hear from you. 90% of all thyroid diseases are autoimmune in nature, and you can be symptom free and feel great. 52 years of age, this is one of the perfect examples is that I now have thick, long hair, and that's something I didn't have for the 15 years that I suffered with thyroid disease. Anyway, I thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a great afternoon, and I'm looking forward to seeing you back here tomorrow.